How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carson here. It's time for another episode of the Vampire Diaries, as we're on episode number 9 of season 2. With some big stuff happening in the last episode, obviously with us picking up on Elena's abduction, we got to find out quite a few juicy bits of information, particularly related to the Originals, which is a name that I have heard, come a crop, even as I was about to start the journey of the Vampire Diaries, with the fact that obviously there is the show, The Originals. So yeah, but we got a bit of exploration in terms of lore with the last episode. So yeah, as well as dealing with Elijah, who's still going to be a problem since he refused to die outright. So yeah, after he received a massive impalement. It might work on, Damon and Stefan or anyone else, but for these stronger, I'd say, for what I would say, the stronger version of vampires, yeah, it's going to take a bit more than that, I'd say. So yeah, but still, it was really, really great stuff last episode. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into this episode, so why don't we? It's episode 9 of season 2 for The Vampire Diaries. Let's go. Oh no.
Katerina, Katerina.
Katerina,
Mama. Ustavia, Katerina. Mama,
holy shit.
It's a legend.
From the first generation of vampires.
Like Elijah? No, Elijah was the Easter Bunny compared to Klaus.
Oh,
He's a foot
wow.
soldier. Klaus is the real deal.
Klaus is known to be the oldest.
Okay, so you're saying that the oldest vampire in the history...
So what are we talking about in terms of the scale for Klaus? The devil?
Stuff, I'll go with you.
That's okay. I know where it is.
She's in denial.
Shut up, Damon.
The office?
Yeah. Through the double doors, straight ahead, quick left, and then your first right. You must be new here.
Yeah, I am. It's kind of hard to hide it. My name's Luca.
I'm Jeremy. This is Bonnie.
Luca.
Hi, Bonnie.
Either a red shirt or you're a vampire.
Anyway, Luca.
Yes, I'm sure. She's the only one who knows the truth about Klaus. The only one who can tell me how to stop him.
But
Oh,
you're asking
shoot.
for the truth from someone who's probably never given it. Are you sure about this?
Yes, I can't just sit back and wait.
I mean, surely there's a I'm thinking Catherine would want Elena alive. Oh shit. You're, looking a bit tired, Catherine.
Hello, Elena.
Sounds it as well. Smart. Just a little tasted.
Throw a fire.
The way she says that, though.
I had a baby out of wedlock. It's a shame. It was
Why
kept secret.
her father was not too
My baby was
pleased.
given away.
Oh
I was
shit.
banished to England, and I had to learn to adjust. So I quickly became English. It was there that I caught the eye of a nobleman named Klaus.
Holy shit.
What did Klaus want? Same thing that he'll want from you. He wants to break the curse by sacrificing the betrothed doppelganger. He wanted to drain every single drop of blood from my body.
Damn.
All right, Rosebud.
He's delightful.
Time.
And show me your good side.
How do I find Klaus?
You don't find Klaus, he finds you.
Come on.
Wow, he's like
Someone's
that, is he?
Somebody who knows where he is, right?
Add another 200 somebodies to that, and you still...
What did you do?
Told Tyler I'm a vampire.
You're salvaging this, keeping the distraction working perfectly.
What does the Trevor bloodline have to do, Klaus? Created as a way to be able to undo the spell.
Like a
Once the
kind
pain
of
reappeared,
sacrificial
it can
lamb.
be broken. So you ran before he killed you?
Yeah.
Something like that. Ice ritual, so I grabbed it and made my escape.
People do not escape from Klaus. Everyone who tries ends up back in his grasp, and anyone who helps them dies.
I know the risk you bring on yourself by giving me aid.
I am risking nothing.
And we're seeing how Rose and
Klaus and beg him to show us both mercy.
Trevor got caught up in this shit, because Trevor did say to her, just run. Even if when she had possession of the Moonstone, so... Then we saw the ramifications of that last episode, when Trevor got ahead of himself, so...
Catherine Pierce, aka Katerina Petrova.
Damn, this guy's
So
on
I take it I was
Wikipedia!
right? What I told you about the tomb under the church is true?
Yes, it was right. Thank you for the tip.
It's nice to meet you.
Ah!
Maybe.
Maybe.
What's
That's
going on, Rose?
that's probably
Where's
the
Trevor?
wisest word.
I love her, Rose.
Oh.
He will not stop until he has all of our heads.
Well, one down.
And we should run until we die.
Ah, shit. Holy shit! And this is how she turns into a vampire. Holy shit!
You killed yourself? Klaus needed a human doppelganger. His
And
vampire was no
that
longer used to
that
him.
taints the water, doesn't it? Or taints
But
the
it didn't
blood?
work. Please understand.
You have just signed our death sentence.
Better you die than I.
Oh,
You remind me of someone. My best friend, Lexi.
I live for that comparison.
See,
I
it's
live
such
for
a-
that
A
comparison.
discouraging amount of surprise, Caroline.
No, sorry, tell me about her.
You would love her.
To meet you, Dr. Martin.
I will see you at school.
Yeah.
Good, Bonnie. Good. Good.
Sorry I was late. You okay?
Yeah.
I'd be doing with my eternity. If you have an answer, please enlighten me.
May as well get those degrees under
If someone
wraps.
wanted to get in touch with Klaus, how would you hook him up?
Craigslist.
Really?
Seriously.
Really?
I respond to a personal ad that gets sent to somebody who knows somebody who knows
Craigslist,
Elijah,
Reddit.
who's dead.
She's not in any danger. I would not have let her put herself in danger.
Put herself in danger where? What?
Maths adding up.
She's with Damon, isn't she?
Ew, no.
Then where is she? Listen, if you're my friend, like, you
Really? Are you playing that card?
So many ingredients, so many people to sacrifice. So you need a werewolf. Believe it or not,
Tyler's
you're hard
there
to come by. What else?
because
A
she
witch
had to go to
dispel?
Plan B.
Mind
Bonnie.
guilt, but little Bonnie will do just fine. What else? Vampire.
Oh, no, it's like all
Could've
the.
been anyone I spoke.
You want to walk in the sun? Well, I can make that happen if you help us.
Holy shit! I mean, not only is that fucking dangerous with the coins, but the. That was fucked!
He just wants us to fit in here. For once. It's tough, Bonnie. Being different.
Oh, yeah. Nice!
Well, we prefer the term warlock.
Yeah, though, if you're going down charmed levels, yeah. That can be construed as bad, but witches and warlocks, awesome. Shit.
No, Mama.
That's her entire family eradicated. Holy shit.
No! Because when Klaus shows up to kill us all, and he will, I'll be in the tomb where no vampire will enter because they can't get out.
Yeah.
be the safest psychotic bitch in town.
Holy shit! She's already in a safe place here. Not where I was expecting this to go, but... Oh look, we have each other. That's the important thing. Poor Ja.
Danger, it's because of me. Everything is because of me.
Oh. Cracking into some emotions there for Katerina.
Now,
Shit.
I want you to take this and drive it through your heart.
Oh my god, you're a dick!
That would kill me forever.
I know.
What a dick!
You're done. He delivered his message. Won't be long now.
Shit. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. I mean, I guess it makes sense as well with the fact that, yeah, Elijah is very, very sinister. Like, we've gotten that, I'd say we've gotten that from these past 2 episodes where he just is not to be fucked around with, so yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, with Luca and, you know, his father, I don't know if, I don't know if Luca is fully involved or if he's completely out the loop. So yeah, we know obviously with that ending, we know his father's in cahoots, so yeah. But I'm also wondering if that's under, like, under the idea of no choice but to work with Elijah. Given how terrifying he is and how he will deal with you, of course, if you don't play ball. So yeah. What are you doing? So yeah, but it's not good, is it? Yeah, not good. What a great episode. It was really, really well done in terms of learning a bit more, not just in terms of the originals, but also in regards to Catherine as well. How she screwed over Klaus's plans in terms of that sacrificial lamb situation, given the fact that she's a doppelganger. So, yeah, because of the fact that... yeah, she really tainted the she really tainted the well, I would say, with the fact that with Rose's blood in terms of and not just that though, but also her killing herself, that really screwed over. And we also not just got a bit more information about that, but also with the last episode in mind, we knew that Rose and Trevor were running. And we kind of got to see a bit of that come to fruition in the flashbacks in this episode with Trevor helping out Catherine. So yeah, so it was really, really great stuff. And not just that though, but we are getting a bit more in terms of Klaus. Like, even if we haven't seen him yet, we are getting a bit of information in regards to how menacing he can really be. Because there was that comparison in regards to how Elijah's the Easter Bunny compared to Klaus. And, of course, you don't find Klaus. Klaus finds you. That does ring a bit of an ominous vibe, doesn't it? Like, you don't find Klaus, he finds you. So, if you haven't paid your dues... Yeah, so... Yeah, it's gonna be... It's... it's gonna be really, really interesting when he does show up, because, like, I imagine he will show up later this season, given the ominous vibe that they are giving in terms of Klaus's character. And, you know, with Elijah, he's not even the he's not even the biggest problem, as said, like I said, in regards to him being the Easter Bunny compared to Klaus. And he's already a very, very, very terrifying character, because not only is he a bit harder to put down, given the fact that he's an original, but we're getting to see a bit more of the extent of his powers, with the fact that he was able to compel a vampire. That shouldn't really be done unless you're an original. But it's not just that, though. The way that he shattered that glass with those coins, I mean, it's pretty, like, I was really, really worried about what he would be doing with those coins anyways. And yeah, I mean, that was just really, really fucked. So, if Elijah is already showing a bit of a concerning factor, then, especially with how they're hyping up Klaus to be very, very menacing, then it just makes me really, really worried about Klaus, I'm not gonna lie. So, but that's good, you want someone to, you really want someone in terms of an adversary to have that very, very threatening presence. So, obviously when Catherine showed up at the end, or at least when Catherine was hyped up for the duration of season 1, and then when she appeared, you know, it was very, very scary, considering how, much of a hold she had on the boys, really. But she's not even the tip of the iceberg in terms of potentially menacing characters. Heck, we even saw how emotional really she got, especially when she remarked on her family. And again, like I think it was episode 5, was it, or episode 4 of this season, we got a telling of her perspective of things in regards to, obviously, how things came about with her being ousted by her family because she married before wedlock, which does track, of course. But also how she got to encounter Rose and Trevor. So yeah, and it does add up as well in regards to what we what we kind of got the inkling over in the last episode when it came to Rose and Trevor being on the run, and how Elijah ultimately came to them and that. So yeah, and because Trevor did tell Catherine, oh, go to this place and that, it matches up with what Elijah said in regards to Trevor being the irresponsible one in his eyes. Whereas Rose, she's loyal to Trevor. She wasn't the one that gave the instruction, but she did take her in. So yeah, and that was only because of Trevor. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great to get a bit of an understanding in terms of Catherine's character in this episode. Now that there is, like, obviously there was that warning that came about in the ending of episode 7 when she did warn about Damon. But we're getting a bit more, and not just that though, but also we got to see a bit more in terms of when Catherine returned, she needed a werewolf, which was Mason, but, you know. She needed Caroline. She needed a witch, Bonnie. Well, she had someone else, but yeah, now Bonnie fits that equation. The doppelganger and the moonstone, of course. And, you know, it really just fit well. You have all of the protagonists, really. Well, I mean, apart from, of course, Damon. I guess you could call Damon a protagonist. I don't know. He's a bit of a blend, depending on what mood he is, I guess. But in terms of, like, you know, if you eliminate the Salvatore brothers, yeah, you have Bonnie, you have Caroline, you have, I guess, Tyler, and yeah, with Elena there. So. But still, I mean, obviously this isn't Catherine turning to the light side or whatever, even though we got a bit of an emotion from her. she's still intent on making sure that Elena can will die if it comes down to it, because she will happily feed her to the wolves, really, because and not just that though, she's a survivalist at the end of the day, so and that's why she killed herself. She was looking out for her own self-preservation, really, because obviously she knew what would happen if Klaus got his hands on her. So, like I said, she tainted the waters, really, when it came to Klaus and his desires. So, yeah, but yeah, it was also just very, very sinister to find out about the existence of doppelgangers and how they are created to, of course, undo the curse, really. So yeah. And, just finding out a bit more about that in general, about the fact that, well, when it comes to the curse, with the werewolves, very, very opportunistic to get rid of, obviously, the vampires and all of that. But, it was just very, very interesting to just get a bit of, to just get a bit of lore in this episode. Like I said, when it comes to the curse, the wolves doom the vampires. Otherwise, Klaus can get his hands on the doppelgangers, and that will work really, really well. So just learning a bit more in regards to this whole kerfuffle was just really, really mesmerizing, because I'm always a sucker when it comes to lore exploration, especially when obviously we had that, like I said, that other episode when Catherine was telling her story in her POV when it came to obviously her being captured and Damon and Stefan turning into vampires, etc. We got that POV, but it was very, very interesting, especially when it comes to her POV. There is that idea on, okay, how much do we take in terms of what she says to be truth? Because I did argue about the fact that there could be stuff exaggerated, especially when it came to Stefan falling for her before the compelling. There was no compelling needed, and all of that. But still, you could also exaggerate certain little bits of details. But the truth is there, but you could always just juice up the flavour, right? So, yeah. And I feel like there might be that kind of debate in this episode with what she might have to say. So, yeah. So, yeah, it was very, very great stuff to learn, really, about more about Catherine, and, like I said, how she got ejected from her house, how she found her way to Rose thanks to Trevor. She was being headhunted, so yeah. But not just that though, just the idea of telling that bit of story as well as Klaus's presence without actually showing him is just really great, because you're really hyping him up to be a very, very sinister, monstrous adversary. Even when Catherine gloated about the fact that, I'm not wanting freedom. You're here, and you could see after she said that, after she had that final bit of gloating about, I'll remain in the safest place here, whilst Klaus goes to town on us all. You could see the fear on Stefan's face, shit, because obviously he opened the narrative about the fact that in regards to the fact that, well, she's lying. She's just trying to use you and all of that. And look, she's got the Moonstone. She wants to be free. So this is all trying to pander to her. But at the end of the day, Catherine's like, there's no pandering, really. I mean, I've got the Moonstone, but I don't want that freedom because of the fact that I'm better off here. When shit hits the fan, guess who's going to be the safest? Well, guess who's going to be the one with the plot armor? It's not going to be you. It's going to be me, because I'm here. I'm inside the tomb. So, yeah. it was just really, really great to see how, like, Stefan can, like, how he can feel like, well, this is all bull honky because, you know, she's just trying to use the Moonstone as a leverage for her to get out of this prison. And it's like, yeah, you wish. So, because it's not just, of course, allowing the viewer to take a bit of an understanding in terms of her characteristics and all of that. It's not just the fact that, well, she could be telling the truth and all of that. It's also giving her that advantage and allowing people to understand further. I mean, if they weren't already bricking it about Klaus's identity, it just really tells you how terrifying Klaus could be because of the fact that Catherine is so adamant on the fact that, well, I'm here. I don't need any kind of leverage to get out, because I don't want to get out. I mean, I can have all the leverages in the world, and you know what? I might like it here. As long as blood comes my way, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine here. So, yeah, it's just a very, very chilling warning, really, when it comes to Klaus, and when his inevitable arrival in Season 2 comes, to just watch out, really. So, yeah, I really, really loved that moment there, because it's like, and like I said, I think the cherry on top of it was Stefan's reaction, because he's like, well, well, she's trying to use it. No. When Catherine states that warning, he's like, well, shit. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was really, really great stuff. I also really loved the little bits to the side as well, like whilst we were getting this lore exploration in regards to Klaus, in regards to the originals, and all of that, we also had some little bits with Stefan and Caroline. I really loved it. And I really, you know what, loved the comparison with Caroline and Lexi. I see it, okay? The only caveat is, I would love to see how Lexi and Caroline would get on. I would be here for that shit. Sadly, because of Damon, yeah, I'm still holding beef to that. I know it's been actually over a season, but I'm still holding beef. Yeah, sadly because of Damon, that's not going to happen. But I did love the comparison, and you know, I really loved the connection with Stefan and Caroline. Throughout this season, obviously with the big thing happening to Caroline, her turning into a vampire, it's, you know, she's been in a bit of a difficult position because of obviously her mum, but also it's all about trying to navigate life as a vampire, and Stefan has been there. So yeah, so Caroline being with Caroline trying to be a distraction as well as strengthen the bond between herself and Stefan. It was just really nice to see. So yeah, and there was also this situation with Bonnie and Luca. I did feel so bad for Jeremy, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think Bonnie and Luca are going to go somewhere in regards to a relationship and a love triangle that might emerge. I think it's just because of the fact that, well, with Bonnie and Luca, they both have they both have that similarity in terms of, well, she's a witch, he's a warlock, so yeah, she has someone to confide to, really. So yeah, because obviously she had her, what was it, cousin that came around in the other episode, but she had to depart. But now she's it seems like Luca is intending on staying, especially with the fact that his father is up to shady business. So yeah, like I said, I don't see, there are a couple of questions when it comes to Luca's father aligning himself with Elijah. Is Luca aware of this? Like, is he on board and is he using Bonnie? I'm hoping not. And I'm just hoping that Luca is completely oblivious. And is his father doing this out of fear, if anything? because you know that could be a situation, given the fact that we know how terrifying Elijah is, because of the fact that he can compel a vampire. So yeah, he compelled Mr. Plot Exposition, as I'll call him. Yeah, he compelled him to kill himself, even though that he was a vampire. But because he's an original, he just has that effect. So again, just showcasing how strong the originals can be because of the fact that he refused to die in the last episode, and he could do that shit. So in terms of compelling other vampires, so again, with like, even though that Klaus is a lot more worse, Elijah's the Easter Bunny compared to Klaus, it's still very, very scary, and it still gives you a bit of an idea that Klaus is going to be a character that we are not going to fuck around with. I mean, it was already pulling teeth with Elena when it came to Catherine coming around. Of course, it doesn't help that she's got your face, but yeah, I mean, if you're just saying that Elijah's the Easter Bunny compared to Klaus, yeah, I don't know. The Easter Bunny can be very terrifying, so I'm just trying to offer hope, but yeah, we'll see what will happen. So yeah, but it was a really, really great episode. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I mean, especially with these last two episodes of mine, it's just been pretty wonderful stuff to kind of go into that exploration with the originals. And I guess with this episode, more into Catherine and her life, but also how she's had a bit of a run-in with the originals. So yeah. But yeah, overall, this has been really, really great stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.